my word, but I'm going to introduce a young man named Dr. Leroy McKenzie. Yes, very official, very businessman, consultant, Oh, very, if you want that, you come and contact Dr. Leroy McKenzie. He's a Black writer, author, so he does book. He's an executive director. I have to use the big word, but Mr. Leroy, welcome.
I need my music. I need my music, man. Thank you so much, Pastor Street Pastor. Thank you for that introduction. This has just been phenomenal. And this is me on with these wonderful power women. I know you started it. I don't know if you did this on purpose, but I will point it out. You started it, and now you want me to finish it. And in between, you put these powerful women in between there, man. So I guess it just worked out like that. But I'm gonna do the PowerPoint. I'm not gonna worry about that, Bob. I'm gonna go right here because this has been such a. I hope y'all can hear me. Can you all hear me? Okay. I want to make sure that you all can hear me. Okay.
Every now and then you fade out. You sound like a robot, but for now we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, good afternoon, good evening to some, but my name is Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. And it has just been absolutely amazing to hear these speakers this evening. If you have not been impacted, if you have not been inspired, if you have not been pushed to your next level, I'm sorry. I don't know what else we can tell you, what we can show you to be able to do. It has just been absolutely a pleasure, an honor to be able to be on this stage with these great speakers, these great impact individuals. And then I just want to start off, and I want to get going, get moved very quickly. I'm the president CEO of JNF Enterprises, which is a distribution, publishing, and business consulting firm located in Baltimore, Maryland. And what we do is we work with individuals and organizations to be able to assist them in bringing their visions to reality. I'm an entrepreneur, speaker, and then also a business consultant. But most importantly, I hope that I can say an impact builder. And my assignment in anything that I do is to create impact, is to have impact on people, to make them better after they have a encounter with me, then make them better after the encounter that they had with me than they were before they had the encounter with me. So that's who I am. My assignment today, just like everyone else has been today, is to have you come away with the ability to be able to enlighten you, to empower you, and to impact you. That is to teach you something, to equip you with something, and to impact you to want to do something. That's what hopefully this other speakers that have come before me are doing. And hopefully after I finish speaking, I will have done that for you. And my ultimate goal is to make sure that you are better by the end of 2022 than you were at the beginning of 2022. That's always my assignment, is to make people better. I want to make you better. I want to make us better. When I was tasked with coming to be a part of this event, I sat with these questions, and I took a look at what Kamara Youth was and the way that Kamara Youth and what it represented and what it stood for. And it was three things that they gave us: saving our next generation, fit for purpose, and then forward thinkers. So I kept asking myself this question: how do we save our next generation? How do we equip them to be fit for purpose? And then how do we create the next forward thinkers? So that's what I'm going to talk about really, really quickly today. How do we save our next generation? What are the things that we do? Here are 3 things that we do to save our next generation. We must teach them, we must equip them, and then we must impact them. We teach them what we know. We show them the things that we've learned and that we've understood. Barkey, you and Miss Michelle, I told y'all, I sent y'all a message. Y'all need to be shout that stuff from the mountaintops. Please, please shout that from the mountaintops, because there's so much miseducation going on of young women and young men when it comes to understanding manhood and understanding womanhood. And everything that you all said today, I mean, I can't begin to tell y'all the impact that will have, because everything that you all have been saying, they need to hear and they need to understand the power of your words and what you all have gone through. So please keep on doing that. Keep on doing that. The next thing is equip them. Equip someone. When you equip, we want to give them the knowledge that has been passed on to us. There were generations that came before us that passed on what they do to us. So we have to pour into them what it is that we know, is that we've learned, those mistakes that we've made. You talked about your sister bumping her head against the wall, making a joke about it. But we do. We go through things and we bump our heads against the wall. But it's our responsibility to show the next generation how not to bump their head against the wall. How when they see the wall, hey, yeah, you might not want to run into that wall because it's going to hurt if you do. All of those things. It's our responsibility to teach them and to let them know about things so that they don't have to go through everything that we went through. They won't have to encounter certain obstacles that we encountered. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is just, we want to move them to action. What is it that they can do, that they need to do right now to become someone, or who it is that they want to be in life, who it is that they can be in life. So that's the third thing. The second question was, how do we make them fit for purpose? Fit for purpose. How do we make them fit for purpose? We assist them to understand who they are and why they're here. I think all of us here have heard the saying, the 2 most important days in your life is the day that you're born and the day that you know why. Understanding why you were born, giving them a purpose in what they do as Kamara Youths, so that they understand that they're on a journey, and that journey, they have to be focused on that journey. They have to do certain things in order to achieve the certain goals or assignments that they want to achieve in life. That's what they have to learn. That's how we equip them to be fit for their purpose. The second thing is, we want to pour into them, as I mentioned before, the knowledge, the information, and the resources that we have. Be a resource for them. Be a resource for them, so that when they come to us and they want to talk to us and they don't understand something, we can impart in them, hey, the things that we've learned, the things that we know, and then even access to things that we may be able to give them access to. What's the use of having built certain things in your life, gained access to certain things in life, and not be able to pour it into that next generation that's come along, that's there, to be able to give them access to it. Give them access to something that you had to work hard for, and they have to understand, hey, you got to work hard for it too, but I have access to it. I have this resource that you will be able to utilize to take you to where it is that you want to be. And then the third thing is just show them who they are. And you show them who they are by being an example. Are you setting, those of us that are speakers tonight, are we setting the example? How are we setting the example for them to be what I'm getting ready to go into, which is the third thing, being the forward thinkers? How do we create them to be the next forward thinkers? How do we create them to be the next ones that Unissa brings and Bucky brings to the stage of Kamara Youths? How do we equip them to be able to do that? How do we show them to be able to do that? Well, we do that by first being a 21st century leader. And this is something that I've thought about. What is a 21st century leader? It's someone who thinks different, someone who does not think like everybody else. You're not in that cookie cutter box like everybody else. You think differently. You're purposeful. You have an understanding of who it is that you want to be, and you're not going to let anybody else tell you who you are. You have a clear understanding of who you are. You don't think like anybody else. Leaders, entrepreneurs, speakers, we don't think like everybody else. Everybody on here tell you we think different. Our minds are made differently. We just have a different way of thinking, a different way. We're always looking, we're always thinking, what's the next thing that we're going to do? What's the next place that we want to be? What's the next goal? What's the next assignment that we have to achieve? And we're moving forward. We're always moving forward, and we don't allow anyone to put us in a box. The second thing is become an avid reader. I'm going to say that, become an avid reader. Leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. They say the average person reads one book a year. One. Not even 12. That would be one book per month. But the average person only reads one book per year. Here's my challenge that I put to everyone that I'm around, everybody I talk to. They say if you read 20 pages a day, you will have read 30 books in a year. 20 pages. That's taking any book that you read 20 pages a day, and you will have read an average of about 30 books that in a whole year. So that's been my challenge to myself this year. The great great preacher, speaker, and I don't know if you all are familiar with Miles Monroe. He said he used to read 64 books in a year. That's an average of like 5 books a week. I'm like, ain't no way in the world I'm reading that. I was like, whoa. But I understood what he was saying. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do the 20 pages a day. Yeah, I can handle that, because that's maybe, what, 30 minutes to 45 minutes out of my day. I can handle that. That's cool. I can deal with that, and then maybe move forward. Because here's what happens when you do that. If the average person is only reading one book and you're reading 30, how much more knowledge have you gained than the average person? So it just blew me away when I heard that. And I was like, man, that is something that I certainly have to do. I've got to incorporate that, because I'm an avid reader anyway. I said, so let's turn it up a notch. I'm gonna turn it up a notch and give that assignment to myself this year. So the second thing was to be an avid reader, because leaders are readers. And then the third and final thing is never stop believing. Never stop believing. When everybody else doesn't believe in you, this is when you encourage yourself. This is when you have to believe. Even if you fall down 8 times, even if you fail 20 times, you still never stop believing. You never stop believing in yourself. You never stop believing in what it is and who it is that you are becoming and what you want to believe. You go after it. You do who it is and what it is that you want to do, who it is and what it is that you want to be in life. And when you do that, you're actually able to go and achieve in life. You're able to go and achieve in life who it is that you set out to be, who you're destined to be. I promise you, never stop believing. I know it may get tough. There are days where you just may be curled up like a little baby, like, what am I doing? What is going on? But at the end of the day, here's what God does for us. And I truly and honestly have found this out, and I believe this. He gives us 24 hours to have a pity party. You can boo-hoo, cry all you want to, oh, woe is me, all of those things. But at the end of those 24 hours, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move forward to who it is that you're supposed to be coming to. I'm gonna end with this. This is the last thing, and I want y'all. I know we everybody's on mute, so I want you to write these things in the chat. Okay. I'm gonna start with I am, and then I'm gonna give you a word behind it, and it goes, I am flourishing. I want you to say these things. You can write them down and say them every morning to yourself, but I want you to do these. I am flourishing. I am prospering. I am growing. I am thriving. I am dominating. I am living. I am enjoying. I am loving. I am expanding. I am learning. I am excelling. I'm evolving. I'm soaring. I'm elevating. I am. My name is Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. I'm the Impact Builder. It has been a pleasure to be here this evening, and I'm going to turn the mic back over to Brother Eunice.